Anyway, hi, my name is Ormaster101, and welcome back to Random Fact Friday,
Correct.
where you learn all the facts that you probably already know. Today we're playing Fishin' Farm, where you play a cute anime girl who fishes, and there's a storm a brewing. Oh god, if we get blown away!
Rock and roll me down. Rock, roll me down.
Random Fact 1. Back in the 80s, did you know that McDonald's had an alternative mascot to Ronald McDonald? Called
Yes, I
Mac
already
Tonight?
told you about this.
Well, the people that the people that are random facting with us do not know this.
Really? Until 1987, speaking of the 80s, until 1987, many doctors believed that infants did not feel pain.
That's fucked
And
up.
during medical procedures, even surgeries, including open heart surgery,
That's
were
fucked.
performed without anesthesia.
On babies?
Yep.
That's fucked up.
Oh boy, starting off strong. The
Why would you?
story
I need to understand. Why would you not think babies could not feel pain like we do? Like,
because they're psychopaths. I don't know.
oh, to be fair, nothing against what's the word? Nothing against medical professionals like nurses and shit. But when one of my female high school bullies that for some reason I'm following on Facebook is talking about guess who's a nurse now, I fear for my life. I fear for everybody who is involved with
That's
that.
actually a
Like,
whole ass thing. Like I remember doing research on at some point where women will get into nursing
mm-hmm.
so that they have a framework of power in which they can like build a dynamic and maintain that level of like being a piece of shit.
Yeah. Same thing with adult males, except it's not like nursing and stuff. It's being a cop.
Yep. And then we get shot by the police, and then one of us makes it to the hospital, but then the nurse just like puts a pillow over it. In the historic town of Lahaina in Maui, they receive half the annual rainfall of Kaanapali, which is a few miles to the north. When comparing Kaanapali's weather to the few miles north to Anapali and Kapalua, their annual rainfall doubles.
Huh.
A handful of Crips got their asses handed to them by Army Rangers in a shootout in Washington in 1989.
I'm going to choose not to say anything because I am a very white man.
The Petticoat Revolution of 1916 was a movement in which 7 women led secret campaigns to gain control of the town of Umatilla, Oregon.
For what reason?
To control the town.
Their names were Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup.
There were 7 of them.
And Boobarella, Bartholomew.
In Niger, you have to be 23 years old to drive a car.
I'm sorry, 23? Yeah, that makes sense.
Music played in elevators and grocery stores has a specific official name called Muzak. Spelled Muzak.
Muzak. Muzak. Did you know I don't know anything.
Apparently, Hitler's mistress, Eva Braun, uh, typically showed no interest in politics, except with one notable exception upon learning that women's cosmetics and toiletries products were to be banned owing to Germany's total war. She came to Hitler in high indignation, leading to a halt in mass production, now outright banned, and some minor production to allow some people to still get, makeup and tampons.
Diversity wins, I guess.
Robert Oppenheimer's brother Frank found the Exploratorium Science Museum in San Francisco.
Oppenheimer's brother, Bob Oppenheimer. I make fun of Oppenheimer, but Oppenheimer was a pretty good movie for the 2 hours that we watched.
Of the 3 hours of the movie runs.
Yes.
Guantanamo Bay military base is leased from the Cuban government for $4,085 a month. Except for Cuba refuses to cash these checks as they consider it stolen land.
Oof. So what I'm hearing is there's a bunch of free money and traveler's checks somewhere.
I'm pretty sure they don't write traveler's checks for it, but okay.
Sure they do.
When's the last time you actually cashed a check?
Oh god. Never. What's the word I'm looking for? All of my like literally everything that I like, like my all my bank stuff is what's the word? Is instant deposits.
I know, oddly enough, at the landfill that I've been going to because we've been taking a lot of stuff to the dump. Anyway, you have to pay them to use the landfill, but they have a sign that says, "We do not yet accept cards." That sign is faded to the point of it's hard to read it. And they still don't accept cards. It says, and underneath that sign, it typically reads, "Cash or check only." And then under that sign, it says, "We no longer accept checks."
So it's only
now
cash?
they only take cash. Yes.
Oh wait, I lied to you. I did technically what's the word? It wasn't recent, but I still cash checks like every once in a while. My grandmother occasionally sends
50 cents in the mail on a
no,
check.
not 50 cents in the mail, but like checks for stuff. Well, not like money checks and stuff, like for Christmas and stuff. And I scan the check with my phone through my bank, and the money gets put into my account that way.
Huh.
Yeah.
Dietrich Knickerbocker is a pseudonym used by writer Washington Irving in his satirical first novel, A History of New York, inspired the name used to describe Dutch settlers, Manhattanites, and a type of baggy trousers, along with the name of the New York Knicks NBA team.
Dang. Actually, sorry to go back on the checks, but at several points during the holiday, I've had old women come up to me while I'm working the cash register, and are like, "Do you accept checks and stuff?" And we technically do still, but I'm just like, "No, ma'am, we do not," because I don't want to deal with that.
I remember it used to be a whole fucking process, and then our manager would always be an asshole, like watch hawk about checks. It's like, yeah, make sure you do this way and this way and this way. And I always got like angrily because I didn't put the machine right. I'm like, if the check's in the drawer right now, you can put it in the machine if you want to. It's a check for $7. I don't give a fuck. Or $1 million corporation.
What job was this?
Was when I worked at Petco.
Oh, Petco. Oh. What an odd world.
And a similar thing happened when I worked for orphans, but I was just like, these checks are like for nothing. It's like, fine, we're good. You know how much money we clear? You know how much money we throw out in like stock that doesn't sell, or like food that's gone bad, or animals that have died because you refuse to let me actually do proper care for them, because you never give me enough fucking time to do it. Because, oh yeah, you're the aquatics expert, and oh yeah, the reptile lady's not working that day, so I have to like fill in for her. But like, oh yeah, we're perpetually short staffed, so you also have to run to the cash register every single time there's a customer. And it's like I have fucking like 45 animals to feed, including like plus all of the fish that I need to like make sure are clean. And it's like, oh, these people need me in aquatics, but then that dog just shit on the floor, and it's like,
How do checks work exactly?
so typically, if you're not a corporation,
Mm-hmm.
someone writes you a check. That's a good faith that they have the money in their account. Um, and so then you go to your bank and
Yes.
you cash it, and it gets taken out from their account into your account.
Okay. So, oh god, this is just like early,
This is
like
just cards before cards.
interesting. So, like in a hypothetical situation, I give you a check for $50, and then you take it to your bank, and you cash the check. And so, if I have more than $50 in my account, you get that $50 goes into your account. But if I do not have $50, the check bounces.
Yes.
What a what a not insane concept, but like what a what's the word? What an overly complicated process.
The cards are just a more complicated process, to be honest with that,
Yeah.
using the internet.
And the blockchain.
Fuck you.
No, I'm kidding. What is the blockchain exactly? I still don't quite understand that either.
My understanding, the blockchain is an unsecure network of computers that like connect to each other like a daisy chain.
Uh
You
huh.
know what a daisy chain is?
Yes, yes. It's when a bunch of girls get together. And, I'm kidding. No, it's like a crown of flowers, right?
Kind of. I was referring to daisy chain with a battery. So one way to like it's a very jerry rig solution, but one way to like say power a machine
Mm-hmm.
um, is to use some batteries. But if the individual batteries can only hold so much charge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you need to use the machine for longer or the machine's going to take more of a charge, what you can do is you can chain the batteries with wires together and basically effectively make one huge battery
That seems
that you
incredibly
then use
dangerous.
to run the thing. It can be.
Okay.
Um, Now, granted, it's probably the same level of dangerous as like a Tesla battery, but
Yeah, but everything about a Tesla's dangerous. Like,
yeah, because they're designed by a guy who doesn't know what fucking engineering is.
let's be honest. If you drive a Tesla, I feel sorry for you because like you're
It's
gonna
the
die one day in that car, and it's gonna be completely like it's gonna be like a thing that's completely like what's the word like preventable.
what's the thing of like they've done multiple studies, like multiple fire departments have done studies of like it takes on average to put out like a regular combustion engine car fire 1,000 gallons of water.
Uh huh.
It can take 50,000 gallons of water to put out a Tesla fire.
Jesus Christ.
And even then, it can reignite itself up to 3 times. And they've literally put a Tesla underwater.
And it still reignites
Yeah, it reignited 3 times. It took up to 3 months to burn out completely.
underwater.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
those batteries burn that hot.
Is there like a video of this? I kind of want to watch it.
Literally, yeah, I'll send you one. And it literally like boils the water around it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
The world's shittiest grease fire. What, I said it?
I mean, at least with a grease fire, you're actually running.
Also, another thing, can't the Tesla get so hot and like it's like you can't get out because like the circuitry fries, and so you can't get out.
You cook a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Once again, owning a Tesla, not the flex that you think it is. It's not
It's like
like a.
there's literally like fire departments around the country have literally have literally like reverted to using military grade fire extinguishers that are used to like put out like a fire in an ammunitions depot.
Uh-huh.
Like those where it's just like instant foam encapsulates everything to try and put out Teslas.
Yeah. Or they could call my giant dragon boyfriend to take care of it.
And Teslas burn so hot they melt the tarmac beneath them.
Jesus Christ.
Like that section of road melts underneath it. It literally will melt into the road.
I remember seeing a Facebook short. Like this guy has like this little like pocket pet that's also like a hacking device, and it's like I'm gonna try and hack a Tesla because like the Tesla doesn't have like a key like to unlock and lock the door or even a fob. It's a fucking like what's the word? It's like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a no, not fingerprint thing. It's a hotel key card.
Okay.
And this guy is like, I just can't hack it. Like, it's so intricate. And it's like bullshit. I do not for a second believe anything like anything that Elon Musk has ever done would be good enough to like what's the word? Like,
I don't remember what movie it is, but there's a scene from it where a guy's like, I don't steal this car first, I need to get my tool. And grabs a brick and just throws it through the window. And it's like, yeah, I can steal a Tesla. Fucking throws it through the window.
The Tesla is a mighty weird have you ever like seen a Tesla and it feels like, this feels like a car that's built to be like propaganda against electrical vehicles?
Kinda.
Because like nothing like the Tesla is a purely electrical like car, and there's nothing good about it.
Pretty much. Like those times where like, oh yeah, Teslas will really fucking snitch on you.
For doing what?
They'll snitch on you for making traffic violations.
Uh,
They'll also snitch on you if like you haven't made your payments, and it will give out your like its location so that Tesla can send like a tow truck to come and grab it and refill it. Your car fucking snitches on you.
but it can't tell the difference between a child and a fucking like
It can't tell. Like, it doesn't know what a child is. Yeah, it doesn't recognize that childs are a thing. And it also freaks the fuck out if it sees a horse. And
wasn't the thing like there's a child and a grandma in front of your Tesla. What is it? What is the logical way like it should continue? And it's like either run over the kid or run over the grandma, but there's not a third option of just fucking stop.
yeah, it's also been shown that like Teslas will they'll take the path that they view as like the least dangerous to the driver, even if that means like mowing down an entire sidewalk of pedestrians.
What an absolutely horseshit car.
Also, they didn't. They came out with a thing where it kept like running straight into trees because it didn't recognize that trees existed.
Absolutely awful.
Um, the once more with feeling Vampire Slayer was left off the ballot form for the Emmys or for outstanding music direction due to a typo.
Oh, I didn't know Buffy the Vampire Slayer had a musical episode.
Apparently,
Then again, I don't know a whole lot about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's not something I've ever thought about watching. Not like
right?
it, not like it, like it's a bad show or something. It's just it hasn't been on my radar to watch because I've decided to start watching Power Rangers again.
Despite numerous rumors and conspiracy theories, historical records and credible sources firmly state that Adolf Hitler did not have any known children. This has been corroborated by various historians and scholars and people who personally knew Hitler, and know about his personal life and lineage, and know that he had no children. The
Got
only Power Rangers media I've actually watched was
uh-huh.
Power Rangers 2017.
Ah, yeah. I started off with watching the OG like '90s series, because because I could because I'm interested. But then like I got done with season 3 and I was like, bro, I can't do this anymore. And I just went on to one of the other series like after like because like here's the thing. Like the first couple of seasons of Power Rangers, like from Mighty Morphin into Zeo, into Turbo, into In Space, you can't jump around because it's all a continuing like narrative, like a continuing story arc, because they all involve Zordon, they all involve like the kids from Angel Grove in one way or another, and you just can't do it. Uh, but then once you get to Lost Galaxy, that's when they like start like uh, doing like different groups of people, so like you can start jumping around that way. However, the plot and stuff from In Space is still heavy in Lost Galaxy, so at this point I've skipped directly to Lightspeed Rescue, which it's been interesting so far, and that's all I have to say on it right now.
All right. Well, bye, guys, gals, and bye.
Tell us if you want me to talk about more Power Rangers in the future. Bye.
Power Rangers